I'm basically in the middle of doing one of my essays, and I thought I'd do a quick little video, not long, not more than 5 minutes, don't want to waste your time, just talking about revision, coursework, and how to best, well, actually, no, let me know how to say structure your coursework and revision. So if you are doing it last minute, and I'm talking, when I say last minute, I mean like within a week of the deadline and below, then there's a way to efficiently work and still do it to the best of your ability if you're pressed for time. I'm not the person that will be I'll do my essay in advance. And I mean, some would say I'm living on the edge. I'm sorry. But, you know, for some reason that's just what's worked for me. The first thing that I do is look at the question, and then what I'll do is I'll break it down into the main things that the question's asking me. So you kind of need to look for prompts, you need to look for statements, you need to look at the descriptive word that's being used. Is it asking you to assess? Is it asking you to describe? Is it asking you to explore, examine? Because that's what really helps you when it comes to applying what you've learned. So rather than just describing everything you know about a subject, actually assessing it. So then when you look at words like assess, then you need to think, okay, what does assessment mean? It allows you to think critically about what you're reading and what you're writing. I'll show you a screenshot of certain words and certain phrases that will prompt you to be able to think critically, because sometimes if you don't have those sayings in mind and you don't really know what things to do or what things to say in terms of how to think critically, then I think this will really help you. Dissect the question. Don't assume what the question is telling you. Dissect it properly, because the more that you understand the nuances and the little things that the question's asking you, the better your application will be. Skim reading is your best friend. If I download an article, I can write a certain word in the search bar, and then it will highlight everywhere in the article where that word is, and that way I can read around that word and I can quickly extract what I need from the article and keep it moving. And then obviously if a sentence doesn't make sense, you can look at the paragraphs before and after it for context. Also look at the contents page, because that's an easy way to kind of direct you to exactly where in an article or exactly where in a book you need to go. That cuts down so much time, trust me. Once you have that fuller picture, it's much easier to understand and translate what you're going to be writing and form your own opinion, because as you're reading more and more, in your brain subconsciously you start thinking, I agree with this, I don't agree with this, oh, this is a criticism of this thing I read earlier. So I find if you read, stop, apply, it becomes too patchwork, and then it doesn't allow you to see the fuller picture. And I think when you're under pressure, you want to see the fuller picture as quickly as possible. What I'll then do is I will make a graph. Okay, so like I said at the beginning, once I dissected the questions, I found the main elements of the question. So the graph will have a title. So on the left hand side I'll put articles, and on the top of the graph I'll put the different bits the essay wants. So if the essay is asking you to describe, the things that describe X, the things that apply Y, the things that compare Z. So in each article, everything I've highlighted, I'll look at it and I'll say, okay, which bit of the essay does this fit into? And then I'll put that bit into a graph. And then by the time I've finished doing all of that, I'll have a complete graph with everything that I need in order to be able to answer the question. That way I don't have to keep flicking back and forth through loads and loads of documents. I just have everything in one document. So now I've dissected the question, and by dissecting the question, you inadvertently have a plan and a structure, and I've used those to inform my research. Found all the articles I need to, highlighted all the relevant bits in the articles that I'll need, put everything into a graph, and now you can start writing. Look at everything and then you reinterpret it in your own word, you reanalyze it, you build on it. That way you literally have one big comprehensive system, and it's something that I've developed over the course of the past couple of years being in university. Hopefully this helped you guys. Let me know what revision techniques and if you do use this, let me know if it helped you. One major piece of advice I'll leave you with is the moment you feel yourself stressing, give yourself 5 minutes. Honestly, give yourself 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Fresh air, humor, and tea will really change your perspective. Relax your nerves, have a cup of tea. Overthinking is just gonna make it worse, and it's just gonna waste time, and then you're just gonna be like, you know what, I'm done. I'm packing my bags. I'm leaving. Goodbye, never to see you again.